Baseball players returned home tonight as World Series champions. Our crew was there when the bus carrying Leland's Dixie Youth team arrived home from Louisiana, where they won 6 games in a row to win the championship. And the players brought home the hardware from the Division I Majors tournament. First time in the league's 47-year history that they've won the World Series. They came home to cheers from family and friends, all celebrating the championship.
It feels great having everybody out here supporting us and just to bring one back to Leland for the first time.
Hey, winning the championship's just the icing on the cake. I'm so proud of those boys and the work that they've put in to get here.
The Leland team defeated a team from Whiteville to win the World Series. You see a lot of smiles tonight, getting a huge welcome home.